Hi, Chanukah Sameach. This is Yael Dworkin from Shevach Torah and Art Learning Program. And I was asked to share a few words if I can connect Netilat Yadayim to Shabbos Chanukah being also Rosh Chodesh Tevet. And I was thinking, I have to connect all of those things, but then it occurred to me, yes, there is a connection between all of those things. And the connection is as follows. What was the war between the Greeks and the Jews of that time? It was an ideological war of logic versus what seemed to the Greeks as illogical Jewish ways of conducting their life. And the Greeks felt like they had to save the Jews from themselves by teaching them to be real. For instance, they told us, you can't keep Shabbos anymore. Why? You say that Shabbos is the source of all blessing. Meanwhile, you don't do any work. How could you get blessing when you're sitting idle all day long? To get the blessings, you have to be productive. You have to go out and work. But you Jews, you're completely illogical. How could the blessing of the whole week of the prosperity that you want to enjoy possibly be rooted in a day of no work? And so we have a concept, we have a mitzvah on Chanukah to light the Chanukah. And we're not supposed to enjoy the lights of the Chanukah. Again, completely illogical. Why bother lighting lights that are not going to be useful in any way? The Greeks understand market value of things. Something, if you're going to spend your time and effort on doing something, then it has to be purposeful. It has to have some market value to it. And you Jews, again, completely illogical. You're lighting lights, and you say you're not allowed to use them. And what's the thing? What's behind all of this? What's the deep meaning behind of it for Jews? The Jews believe that there's something called sechel enoshi, human intellect, human logic. Human logic means if I put my hand in my pocket, let's say I have 100 shekels and I give 10 shekels away for tzedakah, I'm going to be left with 90 shekels in my pocket. And then that's sechel enoshi, that's human logic. But sechel eloki, godly logic, the logic that Avodat HaShem every Jew should function with, the godly logic is, I'm going to stick my hand in my pocket. If I had 100 shekels and I give 10 shekels away, I don't have 90 shekels left. I have more than 90. I have because what I gave away, I didn't really give away. It's a mitzvah that's it's going to meet up with me in Olam Haba. It's a mitzvah that became garments and clothing for my neshama. So I really didn't give it away. And as a matter of fact, aser kadei shetitasher, give away your money, tithing for tzedakah, in order to get rich. And the Greeks look at us and say, you guys are crazy. You're giving away money, and by giving away money, you're going to become rich. And you're giving away money not by buying something that's going to give you greater productivity after from the giving. You're just giving it away for free. And we say yes. So we light the Chanukah candles, and we don't use them to make the point that there are things that are hidden from human logic, from the empirical understanding of things, how they work in this world, because there's a godly thing happening. There's a neshama within the guf. The same thing with Netilat Yadayim. We wash our hands. We could wash our hands with soap, but we're not talking about physical cleanliness. We're talking about an avodah of dedicating our hands to the service of Hashem. If we're talking from the point of view of Netilat Yadayim of the morning, when we wake up in the morning, okay, so we get rid of a death that descended upon the person because a part of the neshama left and we became unconscious we were dead to the world for all intents and purposes when we were asleep. And we have to wash away tumah. Tumah is not something that we see. Again, it's a spiritual concept. And we make an action and we wash it in a certain way to purify ourselves. It's not something that we can expect a logical person to understand. But that's the whole point of Chanukah. If we only live according to logic, we'd be Greeks. We would only be living in this world reality. But we say it's not just this world. There's a reality that's called a spiritual reality. And that's even more real than anything real in this so-called real world of ours. And if we're talking about Netilat Yadayim before eating bread, it's not a matter of washing the hands. You could wash your hands and you still wouldn't have fulfilled the mitzvah unless you use a kli, unless you wash your hands ritually in the manner in which we're expected to do according to halakha. So we wash our hands in a prescribed way again, and we elevate the hands to our head, and we say, these hands, everything that I'm going to be eating now or enjoying or doing in this world with my hand, which is with the tools of that bring us to productivity, I'm dedicating to Hashem, B'ezrat Hashem. I should eat in holiness. I should do everything in holiness. I should be mindful of the fact that there's, even though I don't always see it, but I need to be connected to this deep spirituality that's within everything. So by that I wish you a good Shabbos, a happy Chanukah, and a Chodesh Tov. All the best. Kol Tuv.